Welcome to Cross Products. In this lesson I'm going to try and multiply some multi-digit whole numbers. That just means I'm going to multiply two numbers together which have more than one digit in them. For example, I can do 12 times 14 equals something. Now you can see over here I've got an array of circles. There are 12 columns. And inside each of those columns you can see there are 14 circles in each of them. So now I'm going to see if I can break this array up into some various parts and see if I can work out how many circles are in each part. Well, to start with, I think I might break this 12 up into a group of 10. So that's all of these columns along here, and then I'd have two more columns left. So let's just check. 10 plus 2, yep, that equals 12. Now this 14, which is the amount of circles that are in each of these columns, I can also break that up. I'm going to break that up into a group of 10, which is all of these circles here, and you can see there's another 4 down here. And we can double check. 10 plus 4 equals 14. Now I'm just going to record over here what I did. I split the 12 into a group of 10 and a group of 2, which you can see up the top here, and I'm going to multiply that by a group of 10 plus 4, which you can see we did over here. So let's start by breaking this array into some parts. Well, I could break it into a group of 10 and 10 in each column. So I'm trying to find how many circles are in this part here. Well, you can see I could work out that by going 10 times 10. So that's the same as doing this. That number multiplied by that number. Now what area could I do next? Well, I could do this area down here. It's 10 circles across and 4 down. So I'm thinking about this area here now. Well, to find how many circles are here, I need to go 10 times 4, which is the same as doing that number there times 4. Now you can see I've got a big strip down here of circles left. I can break those into two parts as well. I could do a bit which is 2 circles wide, and I can go all the way down to here. So there's 10 in each. So I can record that as 2 times 10. And now you can see I've only got one little area left. It's this area down the bottom, and that is 2 wide and 4 down. 2 times 4. So let's just check that I am counting all of these circles. Well, this area here, our first area, I'm finding how many circles are in it by doing 10 times 10. This was our second area, and I'm finding how many circles are here by doing 10 times 4. This was our third area, and I found how many circles are there by doing 10 times 2. And this was our last area, and I'm finding how many circles are there by doing 2 times 4. So you can see there's no circles left over, so I'm counting every circle which is in this array. Well, now it's time to work out what the answers to some of these are. Well, we know 10 times 10 is 100. And we know that 10 times 4 is 40. And we know that 2 times 10 is 20. And 2 times 4 is 8. So now if we add all of these up, we'll know how many circles are in the whole array. Well, 100 plus 40 is 140, plus another 20 is 160, plus 8 is 168. So the answer to 12 times 14 is 168. And just having another look back to this bit, you can see I did 10 times 10 and 10 times 4. That were these ones down here. And you can say I did 2 times 10, so I can record that up here. And I also did 2 times 4. So you can see that I actually did every part of this number times every part of this number. Now let's try another example, but this time we won't use an array. Let's try this example here. 24 times 15. Now I'm going to start by splitting those numbers up. I could split them up however I like, but I think it's easy if I split it up into a group of tens and the ones, and then I need to multiply that by this number here, which I'm going to break up into 10 and 5. Let's just do a quick check. 10 plus 5, yep, that equals 15, and 20 plus 4, that equals 24. So just like last time, I need to multiply every part of this number by every part of this number. So let's start with this one. I need to do 20 times 10. Now I also need to do 20 times 5. So I'll write that in here. 20 times 5. So now I've times 20 by every part of the number over here. Now I'm going to move on to the 4. So I need to do 4 times 10. 4 times 10. And there's just one more number I need to times it by, and that's the 5. 4 times 5. So let's just double check. 20's been times by both of these numbers, and 4's been times by or multiplied by both of these numbers over here. Now it's time to work out the answers to some of those. Well, 20 times 10 is 200, and 20 times 5 is 100, and 4 times 10 is 40, and 4 times 5 is 20. Time to add these up. 200 plus 100 is 300, plus another 40 is 340, plus another 20 is 360. So the answer to 24 times 15 is 360. So just as a quick recap, when you're multiplying multi-digit whole numbers, split these numbers up. I like to split them up into a tidy number and a bit left over, but you don't have to do that. And then when you've done that, multiply each part of that number by each part of this number. So for example here, I did 20 multiplied by both parts of the 15, which we split into a 10 and a 5, and I multiplied 4 by both parts of the 15. Then do all your multiplication and then add up your answers. Hopefully you found this lesson helpful. For more lessons, check out teachertools.co.nz.